Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about hidden unhealthy foods. So these are foods that are touted to be healthy for you or marketed to being healthy, being fit, weight loss, all that kind of stuff. So the first one is dried fruit. Now, dried fruit isn't inherently unhealthy, but the way that dried fruit is made, obviously, is they take a piece of fruit, they dry it, it takes out all the water, and it condenses all of the sugar. So dried fruit just is very sugary, and sometimes they add sulfur to it to make it a little more shelf-stable and whatnot. So you just have to be aware of that, and they also, to make them even more sugary, will sometimes add fruit juice. So that's something you need to be careful of when you look on the label, is that it's just the fruit. There's not added fruit juice or, anything of that sort. So just make sure that you're eating the correct quantity of it and it doesn't have any weird stuff added to it. The next one is trail mix. So trail mix is delicious. We all love trail mix. However, I can guarantee that most of us prefer the trail mix that has the M&Ms and the chocolate in it, which don't belong in trail mix. Trail mix should be a mixture of dried fruit and nuts, not chocolate. I love chocolate, don't get me wrong, but that's not a healthy trail mix when you've got M&Ms inside of it. The next one is fat-free or flavored yogurt or both. So Greek yogurt was all the rage a couple years ago, but it was always fat-free yogurt, and I do not like fat-free yogurt. Your body naturally, to have a good balanced snack or a meal or whatever, has to have protein, carbs, and fat. And by taking the fat out of the yogurt, you're not making it as satisfying, and they have to add other weird stuff to make it this unctuous flavor, or this unctuous texture rather. So there's a lot of additives added to yogurt when they take the fat out. And you need the fat. Go for low-fat yogurt though. 2% is my kind of good middle ground for it. Don't go fat-free, it's not going to keep you full. Flavored yogurt's obviously just packed full of sugar. I mean, those little suckers, the little, little 6 ounces or whatever they are, they're so sugary when they're flavored. And yes, they're really delicious, don't get me wrong, but they are just super sugary. And they add, again, more weird stuff to get the flavor. So what I like to do to get a flavored yogurt is I just take jam and mix a little jam in the yogurt, and voila, flavored yogurt, and you actually know what sugar's in it. It's usually less sugar than whatever the heck they add into flavored yogurts. So try to go for more of a low-fat yogurt, not non-fat, and avoid the flavored yogurts. Go for plain, add your own flavoring in. So the next one is peanut butter that is fat-free or not natural. So I don't understand fat-free peanut butter because peanuts are inherently very oily. So why are you taking out all the fat? It makes no sense to me. And I've never honestly even really looked at an ingredients list that's on a fat-free peanut butter, but I honestly don't think I want to. So don't go for fat-free. Peanuts naturally have fat in them. Their majority of them are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which are good for you. So just skip the fat-free option. The other thing is the non-natural ones, so things like Skippy and Jif, which, trust me, I grew up with, I loved them. They add palm oil to it. So on one end of the spectrum, we've got fat-free where there is no fat in them and they've taken the oil out. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where they add oil to the oily peanuts. I don't understand. So the reason they add palm oil and whatnot is it keeps the peanut butter from separating. So you don't have that layer of peanut oil and then the peanut mush. It keeps it all emulsified. But you're adding more fat on top of a fatty nut. So there's really no point to it. So go for a good natural peanut butter. Yeah, you're going to have to stir it a little bit. But they're not, it should literally just say peanuts and salt. That's it. There shouldn't be any other weird ingredients in your peanut butter. And the next one is fruit cocktail. Now, growing up, I love you, Mom, don't get me wrong here, but growing up, my side dish produce at dinner was fruit cocktail. And I'm talking about the fruit cocktail that has like the sliced peaches and the pineapples and the maraschino cherries and the pears in them. They're really good, but they're so sugary. and they're just laden with syrup. So they package them in syrup. So you're not only getting sugar, naturally occurring sugar from the fruit, but then you're adding syrup on top of it. It's not healthy. Just eat some stinking fruit. Don't eat fruit cocktail. And the next one is protein or granola bars. Now, I'm not against all protein bars and I'm not against all granola bars, but a majority of them are packed full of sugar because a protein bar is going to taste like cardboard otherwise. So you need to just read the ingredients list and the macronutrient list on the back on the nutrition label to get an idea of what the protein to sugar to carbohydrate mixture is. Some of them have so much sugar that they are literally a candy bar. So just be aware of that. Don't just grab a protein bar and potentially the ones you're grabbing are just full of sugar and weird stuff. So just look at the label. If you guys would like any suggestions for them, let me know down below and I will do something like that in the future. And the next one is sushi. So I love sushi, and sushi isn't inherently unhealthy. However, because we have Americanized sushi so much, we put all these yummy, yummy sauces on them, which are full of fat and sodium and all of this kind of whatnot. So sushi should literally just be fish, rice, seaweed, and some vegetables, and that's it. There should not be tempura battered anything. There should be no sauces. There should be no cream cheese, anything of that sort. So try to go for the healthier sushi, but understand just because sushi is healthy does not mean that the sushi roll with tempura fried shrimp and the dragon sauce on it, it's not healthy. And another one is commercial salad dressing. So salads, I did a whole post about whether rabbit food is actually healthy. And I know it's very convenient for you to just grab a commercially made salad dressing, but they're usually really full of salt and really full of sugar. A lot of commercially made things, if you have not noticed in this entire video, are packed full of sugar. So super easy dressing to make is just take a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, some salt and pepper, maybe some other herbs, whisk it up and phew, there you go, you got a vinaigrette. But look at the label. My favorite commercially made yogurt is salad dressing is Bolthouse Farms yogurt dressing. So it gives you a good creaminess to it, but it's not terrible for you. They're usually pretty low calorie. So that's what I would recommend. Otherwise, it's super simple to make them at home. But just try to avoid commercially made salad dressings as best as you can to avoid the extra sugar and the extra salt. And since it is actually football season around here now that I am still volunteering at my old high school, you will always see Gatorade and sports drinks and whatnot. So the thing is they're advertised obviously in a way to make it feel like you're this, crazy athlete if you drink Gatorade. Unless you are a crazy athlete, you don't need Gatorade. So Gatorade is really nasty tasting without the sugar, and they're just super full of sugar. And if you get the no sugar ones, they're super full of artificial sweeteners. So unless you're sweating a ton and losing a lot of electrolytes, you don't need Gatorade or Powerade or any of the other sports drinks. You're just, bluntly, you're not working out hard enough to need Gatorade. Most of us aren't unless you are an athlete. That's what they were created for. You don't need them. So try to go for more of an electrolyte powder if you feel like you're low on electrolytes, but you don't need Gatorade. And the last one is things that are labeled gluten-free or organic or natural and whatnot. Those labels don't make them healthy. Organic especially. You can have organic mac and cheese all you want. Doesn't make it healthy. Okay? So the label, whatever they're labeling it, doesn't make it healthy for you. So always make sure to be looking at the nutrition label and what's in your food. Don't just go off of because it says organic, it means it's healthy. As we know from past videos, if it says natural, it means squat. There is no regulation for what the word natural means. So don't just buy something because it says natural. Check the ingredients, check the nutrition label, and then make your decision from there. So I'm not saying you can't have these things, but I don't want you to be eating these foods specifically thinking that they are healthy and they're good for you. They're not bad for you. There's no good food and there's no bad food. But I just want you to be aware that these foods that marketers like to market to people that are trying to lose weight or to live a healthy lifestyle and whatnot, make these foods out to seem like they're these amazing options for you, and they're really not as healthy as they seem. Just be self-aware, and let me know down below if there's anything that I missed that you know of, and give me a comment down below if you eat any of these things or you have good recommendations for substitutions for them. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!